Hey mommies, how are you? I hope that everybody is having an amazing day. Now I hadn't had Isaac on the camera for a while because he's been actually napping when I've been doing my videos. But guess who is up today? I actually have him I never usually comb his hair because it's so straight, so it looks weird looking at him like this. He looks like a little baby old man, if that makes sense. So I wanted to share with you something really cool that's happened. I've been monitoring it over the last 3 weeks to see how this new thing that I've been doing has been working for me. And it has, because what happened is that I started co-sleeping with Samuel when he was about 4 months old, and I realized that I was gonna go insane, and especially because I had to go back to work, and he was obviously breastfeeding through the night quite a few times, and it was like an ongoing battle where I just felt always exhausted because I was up pretty much all night. So I started co-sleeping with him, and it completely saved our sanity, and we loved it, and we co-slept with him really well until he was 1, and then he was sleeping all through the night and not nursing. So I started to put him in his crib, and he took to it really well. And then he slept all the way, through the night from when I would put him down at 8:30 till 7 o'clock in the morning. All night he would sleep. And then something strange happened. Well, not strange, actually. Now thinking about it, it makes a lot of sense. Towards the end of my pregnancy, when he started to feel that there were changes, we changed him from a crib to a toddler bed, and we moved the crib to our room for Isaac. I think all the changes he started to notice kind of maybe brought about, and he also started daycare. So a lot of changes in his lifestyle. We had some family over staying with us for a while. So there were a lot of changes, and I think that maybe brought about a little bit of anxiety for him or insecurity. So he started coming back to our bed, and we were fine with it. I did not want to cause any more anxiety for him or anything like that, and I wanted the transition for the arrival of the new baby to go very smooth. So I was fine. I love co-sleeping with my kids, and I would never turn them and tell them that they can't sleep with us or that they have to go back to the room if they don't want to. Co-sleeping is an amazing thing, and I completely understand that kids need to sleep close to their parents, and when they come to you at night, it's because they need you. So when you tell them to go back, or you refuse them, or to come and sleep with you, it just creates more stress and anxiety for your toddler or your kids. So we're completely open as a couple to co-sleeping with our children, but I wanted to co-sleep with Isaac because I thought it was so wonderful. So I was a little bit worried about all of us sleeping together, a baby, a toddler, the dog. We had to take the dog off the bed, so she's sleeping on her own now. But I was a little bit worried about that. So it has been a bit hard because we've been basically pretty much co-sleeping all of us together. I would put Samuel in his bed, and then he'd last there maybe 2-3 hours, and then he would come and move with us. So that's been happening for a while, and I noticed that it happened even more. He would pretty much last an hour in his bed and come back to us when we were spending a lot of time in our room, in mine and my husband's room, with Isaac, obviously because he was a newborn. So it was just easier for me to change him on our bed, and his crib was there with the diaper changer. So everything was just a lot easier. I had all his diapers there and everything. So we would spend a lot of time in our room. In fact, Samuel had a lot of his toys in our room. So what I started to do over the last couple of months is kind of reintroduce Samuel to his room, and that his room is fun, and that it's secure, and mom and dad are very close by, and spending time there too with Isaac, so that we all hang out in his room with dad too, and we play there and stuff. So every night what we do is we bathe them, and then this is when Samuel gets back from daycare, so we spend a lot of time in his room playing, and we put our pajamas there, we brush our teeth there. So we kind of tend to do pretty much everything there, and hardly any time in my room at all. So we've been doing that over the past few months, and then over the past few weeks, something that I was doing, which I guess is kind of a mistake on my part, was I was letting him fall asleep in our bed, and then I would pass him to his bed. So you definitely want to avoid that. If you want your child to start kind of gaining more security and not relying so much on your bed, it's not really a good idea for him to go to sleep there, because obviously it's a shock. You know, you fall asleep in mom and dad's bed and then you wake up in another bed. So what I'm doing now is we fall asleep. Actually, this is my couch here, so so it's more comfortable for me while I'm nursing Isaac to sleep. Samuel is just kind of hanging out with me next to me. He has a little bit of milk before he goes to bed too. So we're all of us together, and then we go to his room, and then he finally stays in his room in his bed, and I put Isaac in our bed. So it's been working amazing. And over the past 3 weeks, yeah, exactly 3 weeks, he has not come into our room once in the night. He sleeps all the way through the night, and he isn't getting up, you know, to ask for water, or like, because he was getting up a lot through the night, like with excuses for us to let him into our room, which he doesn't need. He can just come, but he would wake up saying that he was thirsty, that he wanted water. So over the past 3 weeks, we haven't had any of that. He goes to sleep in his bed, and he goes to sleep, and he has the knowledge that he's going to sleep, because when I put him down in his bed, he goes to sleep really gracefully. He doesn't ask, like he doesn't want to be there or cries or anything. He just kind of looks at me, gives me a kiss, and then puts his head on the pillow. So that's made a huge difference. So that's a big tip that I can give you. Something else that I've been doing differently is that he never used to have a blanket or a pillow, because obviously we practice safe co-sleeping. So he wasn't used to any of that before. And lately I noticed that when I was like laying on the pillow, he wanted the pillow too. So I bought him a special toddler pillow and a very light blanket too. So now what I'm doing is, when I put him in his bed, I give him his toddler pillow and his blanket. And I guess maybe the warmth of it, he just feels more secure. So his, like I said, he's sleeping through the night a lot easier. And the other thing is, he never used to like stuffed animals or anything like that. So lately what I've been doing is, there was a stuffed animal that I saw that he kind of liked, so I started paying more attention to that stuffed animal, and you know, we gave it a name and we play with it, and it's cute. So he's been going to bed with this stuffed animal, and he really likes cuddling with this stuffed animal. In fact, he got up the other night, and I thought, okay, maybe he wants to come back to our room, and he woke up and called for me to help him look for this stuffed animal that had got hidden in the blanket. So I thought, and then I gave it to him, and I thought, okay, maybe he's gonna come and ask me to come to our room, and that's fine. And I said, are you okay? And he was like, yeah. He just grabbed his stuffed animal, put his head back on the pillow, and that was it. So it's been really cool this last 3 weeks, just because I'm able to sleep better, because co-sleeping with a baby is really cool, because they don't move that much. But co-sleeping with a toddler, it's not all that good. And especially, like I said, because Isaac is still really young, sometimes I would be concerned because Samuel just moves and kicks, and he's like a ninja. So that's why I wanted to try and get him to sleep in his own room, and he has been now for the past 3 weeks. And what is most amazing and makes me kind of more proud is that he's doing it because he wants to, not because we're forcing him, or not because we're telling him that he has to go back to his room, but because he's kind of made the decision that he feels comfortable in his room, and he feels comfortable with his surrounding, and he's cool with that. So, and he knows we leave his door open and our door open when he goes to bed at night. So if he wants to come with mom and dad and slip into our bed, then that's fine too. We're kind of going with his flow, but letting him know that it's okay and that nothing's gonna happen, and he's gonna be secure if he sleeps in his room too. So I just wanted to share those tips with you mommies. If any of you are having a little bit of struggle sometime because all the kids in your household want to sleep in your bed, and you want to have a little bit of sleep too. So it kind of defeats the purpose of co-sleeping if none of you can sleep, or if you're concerned that someone's going to get kicked or something like that. So I just wanted to share that. And Isaac, say bye-bye. Bye. I hope everyone has a good day. Bye, mommies.